Hey guys, and welcome back to your channel. Sidescrape here. Today we're going to be looking at the KV-220, which is the tier 5 Russian premium. It's only able to be bought, unfortunately, at certain periods, looking at 2 to 3 times a year, so it's not a normal sale. We're going to be looking at it today to see next time it comes around, is it worth buying? If it is, should you get it? And then we're going to be looking at, if you're fighting it, how do you kill it? Because there's only really one simple way of killing it, and it's quite hard when you first come up against it. So the KV-220, little beast that she is, you look at the gun on her, she does 99mm penetration, 14 shots per minute, so 3.62. that's with all the little rammer on and the crew being at a fairly decent skill. This is my KV-1S crew, which I just chug along with. So 110 average damage no matter what, 121mm of penetration with the APCR gold ammo. It's not too bad a time, is it? Gun reload of 3.62 seconds. Aiming time is up 2.3, so you don't really need a gun lane drive on there. It'll just sort itself out with the ability. The hull though, when you're looking at the hull, you notice the difference, the change there? So the KV-3 hull, that's the entire, that's the chassis. I'm sorry about clicking across so fast, if that's annoying, my apologies. I just want to show you, because normally the KV-1 is this hull. KV-220 has the hull of the KV-3. That's why she's such a beast. The other guns though can penetrate quite nicely, so we're going to nip over to Tank Inspector and have a look at the statistics. So then, she be our little beauty. If you fight in front on with this monster, 116mm to penetrate the lower plate, 161 for the upper, 109 for this area here, 117 for the driver's hatch, 87mm for the machine gun, right there. So that's all you've got to do is aim for this area. If you're accurate, say if you're in a Churchill tank, take your time, don't just spam, aim, go for it. So you have to literally aim for this section, which is very hard to get. If you aim around the outside, because it's on an angle, it'll be 137mm. The machine gun port dead centre is 92. Ricochet, if you try to aim anywhere around here, 77mm. So if you want to kill this tank, you aim for this if you're close enough. That's all you got to do is aim for this. You'll never, or hopefully you'll never see a, depends. If you're in KV-220, you have your armour like this. It goes up to 151, 164, 132. There's no way they'll be able to penetrate you with standard ammunition. They'll have to use gold. Simple as, really. 205 at the side, so you can probably turn it even more. 182. That'll push up to 164, so you can literally have the corner here of the track pointing towards your enemy. That is side scraping, and that is where you're going to get the greatest angle. Look at that, look at the angle in 173. If you're ever going to try to penetrate it, aim for this section here, always the closest to the track. The further you get away, the harder it's going to be to penetrate. The machine gun port is still very little, so if you can aim well, aim well. If you can aim for this section here, then go for it. These bits, there's nothing there. Same with this, there's nothing, so don't aim for it. You go for the gun mantlet, you're possibly going to get through. The inner section, it's all different, you see. It's very hard to explain. 220mm for this section round the outside of it. Apart from at the top, it's 80. So if you want to actually angle your turret, gosh, it's going to be such a pain in the bottom. Say about there. No, stay. Thank you very much, Lee. And that'll increase it to 120, and that is still 83, so it's very hard. You never ever go hull down with this tank. You want to have your full body out there, so everybody will be shooting at your hull, thinking they can penetrate. Never have it so it's just your hull above the target line, or they'll penetrate you all day long. The best way for you to go about it is to make sure this turret is a second choice. They're going to go for this. Have it angled like it is now, and rock backwards and forwards. Press W, press S, and that'll increase the overall chance of a ricochet. I'll show you how afterwards with the gameplay in a second. 1500 gold this costs to buy if it's ever in game. Normally it's around £20, so if you're going to buy it, so 25-30 euros. If you're in an artillery, 40mm, it's just going to be a dead kill. Looking at the back, it's quite nicely angled, 180. You angle this armour, obviously again it's going to be ricochet, that's 119, 124 because it's still penetrated by any of the T5 guns, but there's always a chance that they'll be aiming for this section here, so it'll ricochet. Side on, 100, so it's pretty decent. Side of the turret, 78. The back of the turret's 85. So again, the target's over here, say about there-ish. Your tank is angled here. It's going to be very, very hard to penetrate this. Look at that, you're getting ricochets and you're getting a very high level. And look, that's the size of the turret. It's not such an easy target to hit. The closer you get, obviously the easier it's going to be. Let's look at some gameplay action. So today we're on Halouf. 54% win chance. I've done 17 games, probably about 25 games in a KV-220, so I'm not a pro in this tank yet, but I'm starting to get a real feel for it. That's your angling, so somebody's going to be shooting at me at that angle. Okay, we're going to speed up this first part. Let's get rid of statistics. Now, looking at the map, there's been some major changes to the map, as you know. I'm hoping you can see the mouse cursor here from the section A, 1, 2, B1, B2 is completely different. And so is the middle area, but the main area for the heavies. We've not got that many heavies, so I'm going to help push this side to make sure that our guys are, well, able to do the jobs really. The damage is only 110. 99 penetration. That's been rammed by a Hellcat, so cheeses me off that. When somebody will go and ram me, then you get a fine for them being complete imbeciles, you know? It's a bit of a scary game for them, because of all these Hellcats and TDs we've got on our side. We've got a couple of hefty targets to go against. T49 you never laugh at. Their rate of fire is pretty grim for any heavy tank really, especially KV-1 and classes and such. Thankfully, I'm not in a KV-1, I've got a KV-3 hull. Look at that hull from the top down, it's massive. That is an arty magnet in the waiting, isn't it? So our guys have all just stopped right in front of me. Two Hellcats are easily eating up the KV-1S, I'm not sure why he's staying back so far. It's a beautiful corner I'm going to approach now. KV-1S is sat back. KV-1's moved up his spot. So I need to get about 650. Firing on the move, I got 3 solid hits, and you saw that, didn't you? 4 hits on the move. Not aiming, just shooting. Now see where we'll go hull down, in a sense. Side scraping now. So they've got my body as the main target. Looking at their angle, that's what they've got to see. My angling is a bit too much there really, my arse is on too much of a show. Been tracked, but this angle, I've taken 10 hits already. Lost about 67 health, that's all. Done 746 damage and I'm already up to, well, 856, I'm up to 1310 win 8. I'm literally able to hold this area on my own by side scraping and even sticking my ass out. The main reason for it, many mixed reasons. That was a heavy hit by them. Is they'll shoot my tracks off, that's all. I'm trying to be a bit cautious now. Up to nearly 1900 win 8. Going for his machine gun port. on his driver's hatch. I don't want to take another big hit from him. So where did he penetrate me? Look at that. Under the mantlet. And that's it. It's quite a few shots, that's where he went and penetrated before. Do you remember we looked above? Oh, look at it, it's actually hit inside my gun. It hit above, it was 80, below it was about 250, and it should be there. You can just see, do you know the angle in there? Right to the right hand side of the red blob. No penetrations on my hull. Nothing. It's very hard to get through. I'm starting to push up. But with that tank, in that position that we had, we were able to hold that corner and roll them over. Simple as. I said before, you get in there, you sidescrape, you don't go hull down, because that's where it's dangerous for you. You need to use the body. So now it's 2071 win 8. That's not including spotting damage, me doing tracking damage. After the game now, it was about a win 8 of 4,000. We'll look at some more of the statistics afterwards. There's only 2 guys left. We've only been in game for a few minutes. I've taken 18 shots. And I've penetrated 11 targets. One problem with this though, look at the speed. It's as slow as a KV-1. You think it'd be a bit more powerful though, wouldn't you? It's a KV-3 hull, but it doesn't have the monstrous gun on top of it, the turret and the rest of it, so it's a lot lighter. So I would have hoped it would have been a little bit faster. It's not, but it's still well worth buying this tank. Let's look at the statistics. But if it comes around, it's a good tank. It was a massive money making game. I didn't get that much damage. People get more damage out there, and they got second class. Times 2 for the day, 2,712. 42,345 with the credits made. Second place in the team. Got a steel war badge. Don't know why I missed that. KV-1 got 1546 damage. I got 904. So let's look at that quickly. 1356 XP. Blocked by armour, 2,680. Shots fired, 17. Direct hits, 16. Penetrations, 13. And that's not bad for this tank. And that wasn't... I'm sorry, I don't think it was using gold. Otherwise it would have been a lot more. So I still made 19,000 credits, so it wasn't 3 bad. Or was it? Yorkshire saying. Vehicles spotted 4. Vehicles damaged 5. Vehicles destroyed 1. 280 damage due to my assistance. That's why it was over 4,000 win 8. So again, if you want a stats pad, or even not a stats pad, just improve your statistics, or just drop down a tier because you're fed up with all the same sort of crap day in, day out of random games with idiots at tier 10, tier 9, tier 8s. It's a lovely little tank. It's well worth next time it comes around to get it. It's functional, it's fun, and it's hard to kill. If you know what you're doing, you're rocking backwards and forwards. I didn't rock backwards and forwards to turn my tank. I had it turned too far. But look what I still managed to do. 2,680 blocked. Anyway guys, let me know what if you think to the replays. If you want to see something else, if you want to see different replays, any reviews, you've got any replays to send to me, send them in. I'll get them sorted. I'll get them up on my site. Okay, take care.